Hi, my name is Millie Commodore, and I'm here to give you a brief presentation on the reasons why I feel that students cheat. Before we get started with the presentation, I'd just like to give you a few statistics that I found that I thought was very interesting. First one is, on most campuses, 70% of students admit to cheating in one form or another. Another one is from U.S. News World and Reports that found 90% of students believe that cheaters are either never caught or have never been appropriately disciplined. Almost 45% of professors said that they had not reported a student caught cheating. Just giving you these statistics, I feel like all of that plays into this bubble of why students cheat. To address the first statistic, it's so easy to cheat on campus because you have friends who have taken classes before you. They've done papers, they've had assignments, it's the same syllabus, it's the same course. Let's be honest, professors don't really change anything up, and it makes it very easy to get access to these tests. I've actually done some research online, and you can actually Google these take-home test questions, and you'll get this website where every single answer to every test that's going to be in your course is on that page. So it's easy for you just to copy and paste that answer, automatic 100, no questions asked. I also think the U.S. News and World Report statistic is very interesting as well, because even if you get caught, you're not properly disciplined. It's like, what exactly are they going to do? You may get a 0 on that test. It's no type of academic probation, depending on how the school goes about disciplining you. It's not as big of a deal as it's made out to be. I know that Bunker Hill has an academic honesty policy, which is very different than what I've seen in other places, but just, taking classes online and doing, the tests and the finals in the H building, I know that they really have this honesty policy that they take very seriously, and I feel like if other places had enforced that policy, maybe they wouldn't have as much cheating. And I think it's a big deal that 44% of professors say that they've caught cheating and never reported it. So you can't expect students to be honest and want to do the work if you're not going to hold them accountable if you find them doing this. So it has to be a little bit of pushback on both sides. I really think it's important that, professors and, the school in general just lets people know that it's very important that you take pride in the work that you do. If you reinforce to students that, this is your work, this is your learning, yeah, you can bypass to get the easy grade, but you're not really going to learn, I think that will really affect people. If you have taken a test in whatever class, organizational behavior, for example, and you don't understand the ins and outs of the way a company works because you haven't studied anything in the class, you just basically Googled answers and passed in papers, you don't really get any benefit from taking that course. It's a waste of your money. I think cheating is really hard to control in any campus setting, not so much just online, because you can't keep track of it. It's one of these things where if the professors are not going to switch up what they do every semester, or it's going to be harder to find the answers online, or they take these proactive steps to make sure that you can't get to the information, it's still going to happen. The internet is vast. It is very hard to hide everything. I've actually, in preparing for the speech, I actually Googled a couple of the answers on my midterm that I've taken a couple weeks back, and I found my whole exam online that I basically took open book. I didn't even have to do that. I could have just printed out the answers and got 100. So how can you control that aspect if you're not, able to keep track of everything? Also, your friends who have taken your classes, they're giving you the papers, you know what I mean? It's ways to get around it. If you don't want to write a paper for your comm class, you can download one for $25, or you can pay someone to do it for $50, because it's just so easy to do. So the benefits of not cheating in the academic setting are obviously that you're able to take pride in your work. You can retain the information that you use, and there's nothing like putting in a hard day's work from not cheating on your assignments. There's that self pride that you've done it, you studied, you buckled down, you were in the books. It was something that you learned to do. Until we, get this point across to students, it might be hard to eliminate the idea of cheating because, it's so easy. But if you can make them take pride in their work, then it should be a little bit easier. So students cheat from time to time, depending on the situation that they're in. Like if you do not, have proper time management, or you have not studied properly, or you don't know how to not party, it can be harder to actually take the time and get your academic studies done. I feel like if we, taught the kids proper time management and, dealt with the pressures that they had to make the decision to set aside this time to prepare for work, that cheating wouldn't be as rampant. And students are responsible for their own time management to a degree. Like, you are a college student, you are grown, you are now in this area, but it's not to say that sometimes you don't need a little helping hand if you want to make sure they get the best out of it and not resort to these other routes of just taking the easy route and cheating. And let's put a little bit of this on the professors as well. I hate to do that, but you need to change your syllabus. You need to change your assignments. You need to rotate your test answers. That will definitely help, box in a little bit of this cheating, because you won't have the opportunity to look for answers or take things from people that have already done the course. It's definitely would be helpful if that was able to be done. I'm sorry. And another way to kind of to stop them from cheating is offer them different ways to pass the class. Put more weight on class participation and assignments that are done in class, in the classroom setting, even online. I know that can be a little bit harder, but if in the day-to-day class where you meet twice a week, put more emphasis on that. Also, peer assessments of assignments can be good, because then you don't feel that pressure from your professor. You are actually learning from another student. They're like, hey, you did this, this, and this is great. Sometimes that can be good as well. I'm a big fan of open book testing. Yeah, it may look like it's cheating in a way, or you're not learning in a way, but at least it's taking that weight off of you to do what you need to do. Like, you have to be able to, get this grade. You don't have any option. But if you give these little options and these little ways out for people to get around things, they won't be more apt to just go the cheating route initially. Again, I feel like this all comes down to the way to stop cheating is to just have students take pride in their work. Like, it's important for you to feel like you've accomplished something with the money that you're paying for your education. You should be able to take that home and be happy at the end of the day. I personally don't feel that cheating is this huge major issue. It is something that is very prevalent, I think, among younger people, because they're always looking for the easier way out. I'm 30. I just don't feel like I need to cheat that much. I've lived a little bit of life, but I feel like, it's pressure and making sure you want to get these grades. Your parents are breathing down on you. Professors are hard on you. Like, we have to find a balance to make sure that everybody feels comfortable in the way they're approaching their academics, and cheating is not your automatic go-to. So I hope this has been a little bit informative, and I just want to leave with a quote if I can. One second. Oh, and I also feel like if you hold them responsible, this will dead the cheating issue 100%. If you find someone cheating, and you should just fail them in the class automatically. It shouldn't be a question. It shouldn't be an appeal. If it's blatant cheating, then you can actually sit back and say, hey, you cheated. Then, you have to make people take responsibility as adults and kind of cap it off. And I really believe that will definitely, foster a more, positive attitude to not wanting to cheat. And this is from Nancy Cole, former president of the Educational Testing Service. Cheating undermines integrity and fairness at all levels, and it leads to weak life performance. It should concern every citizen of this country. And I think that's a big deal. If you teach people that cheating is the easy way out, they're going to take it their whole entire life. And I've seen it. So let's push back on these kids. Let them know that cheating is not okay. Let's offer them the support that they need with time management and education resources. And let them know that it's okay for them to do an honest day's work.